G'day, what's up? I'm JL.
I'm Rayner, and this is the NRL Fantasy Vlog.
Welcome back, week 2.
Yeah,
No,
that'll get confusing if you start calling it week 2. Preseason. Preseason week 2.
Yes. So what are we talking about today?
Today we're just going to talk about rookies and value guys.
Yep.
Just guys that we're looking at for the squads and that you might be thinking about putting in your squad as well.
Yep, so the trials are wrapped up now. Got a better idea of what's going to happen.
Not really.
No, not until...
Well, we won't know until team list, but obviously predicting.
Yep. So, you want to get started? What do you want to talk about first?
You can jump in wherever you want, mate.
Well,
Mine's all over the place.
Yeah,
so.
I've done it by position. You've
Yeah,
done it all over the
start.
place.
Yeah, you go by position then, and I'll jump in where I can.
So, hookers,
Not really.
there's like no cows at all, is there?
No genuine cows, no.
Mid-range value is a little bit.
Some, but
What are you thinking?
well, it's only what's his face at the Eels. Reed Mahoney.
No, I'm saying Mahoney.
I don't even know. Does he even know? I don't know.
Okay, so he's 490k.
Yeah,
an average about 34.
he's I mean, he'll make some money, but
Yeah, I think they got Will Smith on the bench. He probably
That's the
play about 60 minutes. I reckon he's good for 40 to 45,
yeah,
which is a little bit of value. So he's actually in my team at the moment on my bench. I don't know if you've.
I haven't actually done a team.
Oh, okay.
yet,
So there's no point giving too much away.
Yeah, I was looking at him, so it just going to depend on how it all shakes out, how many rookies I need to stick in, whether I can afford to not have him. I don't really want him, but
Yeah.
it might be one of those ones I have to.
Look, I think he's a good player. I think he's going to get better as the years go on. I don't know if this is going to be his big breakout year or not, but I think he's a good player.
Well, if he nails down like decent minutes for first grade, I mean, he'll only improve. So,
Any other mid value that you want to talk about?
I mean, you could probably chuck Victor Radley in there because he's dual position.
Yep.
503k, which so he's only not much more than Reed, but even he has his downside as well.
So he's probably going to share that with Liu.
He will probably share the lock with Liu. Liu played there heaps last year,
So-
started there a lot.
So even if Radley starts with 50 minutes tops with him, you think? So I don't think he's going to score more than 35-40 anyway.
Yeah.
Which there's a little bit of value. There's a bit of a risk, but I don't know. I don't hate it because he has got a pretty high ceiling. So
Yep.
But
That's another one, yeah. But beyond that, for hookers, I mean, it's just
people talking about the Penrith
guns.
hookers. I think.
Just go guns.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about the Penrith hookers.
The good hookers score lots. I mean, so you might as well just chuck a few guns in
Are you going to spend 970k on Damien Cook though?
Probably not, though. I might take a punt on some of those guys that are just a bit back.
Yeah, so at the moment I've got McInnes as my starting, and I'm also looking at Macca at 700.
Yeah, I was
10k.
New coach.
He started last year really well before he got injured.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of upside there. And even with Jake Friend, I think there's a little bit of upside as well. He's 700k. There's no Baptiste anymore there. They've got their bench.
Yeah, but they might use... See, they could use Radley as...
Yeah, that's true.
To give him a spell. They could do anything. They could put Orbison there the way they do.
Yeah, that's probably what will happen. So anyway, there's a little bit of value there. So they're the ones we're looking at.
Yep.
Anything else front row?
Nah, let's go front row. I got nothing there too.
Nothing in the front row. I got a little bit in the front row.
There's well, do you want to start with what you've got and I'll chime in?
So obviously we're talking cows first. Everyone was talking Payne Haas. Obviously he's out now for 4 weeks.
Yep.
So I think when he comes back, it's probably...
Yeah. I mean, you could even, depending on who you go in there in front row, if you don't need a scorer, you could probably pick him up early and just carry him for 4 weeks, knowing that you're going to trade him in anyway, save that trade.
So with the bench structure, you probably want to have all positions covered, so you may need a front rower on your bench.
Yeah, that's...
so other people are looking at Jacob Host.
Yeah, just because he's dual position too, so he can cover... And he might get a start depending on what happens with starting lineups. With
there's every chance
player availability at the Dragons.
He'll play 40. Leilua will play 40.
Yeah.
He got Sims to come back in a couple of weeks. JDB's going back to court.
Yeah.
So who really knows? But he's bottom price, so he's probably not. He's probably worth a punt anyway.
Yeah. I'd say. Well, if you don't want Payne Haas straight away, you could take the punt post, and then if he fails, bring in Payne.
Yep. And the other one is from the Canberra Raiders, the new bloke Hunt. Is it Royce Hunt?
Yeah.
He started both the trials.
Yeah, mate.
So, look, if he's named to start, I'll probably get him because he's 212.
Yeah.
Thing is, Canberra's got a bit of depth on their bench with forwards, so they can. And Ricky Stewart doesn't know what he's doing half the time, so he may be starting 1 week and who knows the next week. So, but 212 grand if he starts, I think you get him.
Yeah, maybe.
Everyone's talking about that Gouler as well. Is it Gouler from Canberra?
No, I am regular.
Yeah, he's a young talent.
No,
I don't think he won't play, but
I mean, if you like zeros in your schooler and guys not making money, that's great.
keep an eye on. If they get a few injuries through the year, it might be worth picking up later.
Yeah.
Mid value?
Nah, none.
Napa?
I
What are your
don't.
thoughts on Napa? Everyone's talking about Napa.
Yeah, but I don't see his role being any different, really.
For the Dogs?
He's not. He's not a great fantasy forward because he's not the kind of big minutes, lot of work. He's one of those impact guys, the enforcer guys, puts on big hits.
Yep.
You don't get points for big hits. You just get a tackle.
So 355, 25. He needs to get about 35.
That's a low score. I don't
I don't think he's going to get 35 either.
Yeah.
Hopeful, but at the moment he's penciled in my team because I don't know if I want to fork out all the money for 2 guns.
Yeah, that's the only problem is going to be balance. And like as I said, I haven't actually done a full team, so I'm probably going to have to go back on everything I say just to fit these guys in. But I mean, you just don't want them.
The top end of the mid range, I may put Tolman in because the Bulldogs haven't really got much. He's priced at 572 and it's around 39, so I see him scoring about 45.
Yeah.
So it's not great, but
there's a huge risk with mid-range guys though. If they don't increase in value, they don't hit the scores you want. You can't upgrade them because you got no value. You end up having to cash out to someone equally as bad.
Yeah.
Very risky.
Tolman, Mao, and Lodge are all priced around the same. I know a lot of people are talking about those 3. I don't know. I think they're all going to get 45s. So take a pick. All right. Guns, obviously.
Yeah, well, Fafita's the gun.
Well, seeing I don't have Cook or Smith, Fafita's my next captain choice. So.
Fafita will probably be locked into my team first. I do captain, just because front row is so hard to fill.
Yep.
And he's always been a quality player for fantasy.
Yeah. So if you're going to pick one out for Fafita to Powell, probably I'm going to go for Fafita, just a bit more reliable. You know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Anything else in the forwards? No. Second rows?
Second row, who have we
A couple
got?
of cows.
There is a few. Obviously, we mentioned Host and Radley already, but we'll go cows first. What was I saying? I was looking at those Cronulla guys. Brighton Nakora and Kurt Catewell. I don't like Catewell.
I've obviously talked.
Obviously, he costs more than base price, but Brighton Nakora, if he gets a start from round 1 on the edge.
He's actually my starting centre.
Yeah.
They're both starting centres for mine.
Oh, sorry, I'm not saying pick him as a second rower. I'm saying because he's a second rower, though. So.
Yeah, 100%. If he starts, you've got to get him, don't you?
Yeah, I think so. I think in dual position centre, I mean, that's no-brainer.
Yep.
I haven't actually really looked at any cheap guys for second row that aren't dual position.
Yeah. Someone asked about Cartwright. Don't do it. He's not going to start.
He's not going to get minutes. He'll go back to that utility off the bench thing where he might have the odd game where he comes on and scores really well and gets points per minute and everyone will go, oh, Cardi's back.
Titans pack is stacked now. That was pretty good now, so I don't see him getting up from starting position, so don't even bother. No. There are a couple of mid-ranges. With Lawrence out with the broken jaw, that Garner was set to get the edge spot. Yeah. 340k, and that's around 25 points. And if he gets 30, 35 points, a bit of money there. Jade Stimson from the Storm. Let's talk him on at his start now.
Yeah, see, a lot of these are based off of trials and things like that, where people are predicting who's going to start. It's the biggest problem here.
He starts though at 416.
So any guy who's under 500, who's starting lineup and expected to play 60 minutes.
Yeah.
He's going to be worth value in the second row.
Yeah. So just keep.
I mean, it's hard not to score from the second row. Get involved quite a bit, but yeah. Who those guys actually end up being, we'll only have to wait until.
Yeah, I've got a couple of mid-range guys in my team at the moment. A lot of people talking about Murray.
Yeah, Murray.
Yeah.
He's going to be my second player picked, I think.
595. That's about 40 points. We see him getting.
He looks
minutes.
good too. He's ready to start round one. He's fit, ready to go.
You can see him getting 50 points easily.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of people talking about Sean Lane at the moment, locking down that Eels edge.
He scored a lot of tries last year.
He can average around 50, so and he's priced around 40 at the moment. So I don't know. If you like the Eels, maybe.
The Eels aren't usually, or historically, haven't been great scoring teams
they've got
for fantasy points.
Yeah.
Besides, like Nathan Brown, the rest of them have really struggled to get to 40.
Lane might buck that trend, but I'm not going to pay 600 grand to find out. Ryan Madison, we'll talk about him as well.
No, I think he overachieved a bit last year, and new team as well. It's going to be.
He overachieved in a very good team. I think he's going to stand out in the Tigers team. He's going to make a heap of tackles.
He'll have to.
The problem is he going to get the attacking stats? Is he going to play next to Benji? I don't know. I actually don't mind him at 680. I'm probably playing with my heart here a little bit because I like the Tigers.
He's lost dual position now though, so.
Yeah. If he was dual position, that'd be great.
Yeah, but without that, that's taking a lot of value off him.
So he's priced around 46 points. There's a little bit. He needs to turn into a gun though if you're going to get him.
Yeah. Second row forward though is probably the position where you can afford to take a few punts here.
Yeah.
Because even the guys that aren't quite guns will still score relatively well.
Yep.
Just the nature of the position.
So the guys just above him, the Frizzels, Hess, Tapane, Papali. What people talking about him? He's priced around. No, that's Papali. Sorry, Papali is a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, Papali playing lock at Rayners.
Yeah, but should have good season.
Depends on how they use him, how many minutes, how they use Bateman.
Tohu Harris probably safe bet around 50 points. Fitzgibbon, a lot of people talking about Fitzgibbon as well. 744, he's priced at 50. I think the Knights just need to be consistent.
He's playing with next to Ponga. I think he'll score a lot of tries. So
he did last year as well.
Exactly right. So I don't know that he'll be. That's probably his value right there. You're paying top dollar for him
because he'll get those 70s, but he'll also get the 20s and 30s.
Yeah, probably.
And out of the guns, you're going to get any of the guns this year to start with? I haven't actually put any of these in my team at the moment. Gerbo, 867. I think that's the top of his.
I'll probably wait on the second rowers. That's probably the area where I'll try and save some cash to. Yeah. Because obviously front row and hooker are going to be nightmare positions to start with.
In terms of paying money,
yeah.
Yep. If I was going to get one, I'd get Gerbo. Not Taumalolo. Wait and see. The Cowboys. That's it for the second rowers. Yeah, halves.
Halves. There's a few halves.
These are probably the best cows in the comp.
Yeah. Obviously, you got Dylan Brown of the Eels.
Lock him in. He can even be a starter.
Yeah. Well, I've got him base price, and he's going to start.
He looked good in the trials.
Doesn't even matter. I mean, he just turns up, pulls his boots on, you've made money.
But there are in years gone past where those cash halves like the Manly ones in the last couple of years are just terrible. I see Dylan Brown being better than them. So
yeah, well,
hope so.
Fingers crossed.
And
there's a couple of Warriors, obviously Adam Kieran and
CHT.
Yeah, Chanel Harris-Tavita. I think Kieran's going to get that start, right?
He does a bit kicking too. So
yeah. So he's the same thing. If he's starting base price, chuck him in. Harris-Tavita, I'd probably steer clear of because. Yeah, especially he'll be picked.
Especially if
And in the trial last week, he, I don't know, gave away a few penalties and that.
Yeah.
Turned me off him very quickly.
Yep. So I reckon they'll lock those two in.
Yeah. Who else do I have for halves?
There's a couple of mid-range. Well, there's Michael Morgan.
No. Cowboys are going to be awful this year.
I think they'll be down the bottom. He's priced at 450, which is around 31 points. He's scored well without what's his name in the past. Hopefully he's fit though. He's had
but the thing was he had that really good season a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
When they went on the comp.
Yeah.
I think That was him playing above his best.
I think so too, but he doesn't. He only has to get 40 points to make money. So.
Yeah, I'm not worried about making money. I've got other guys there to do that in the halves.
Are you going to start with the 2 rookies?
Maybe. No, I'll probably start one of them.
Yeah.
And
there's one gun that I penciled in as one of my first picked as well.
Not DCE.
No. Not DCE, not Ponga, and
Reynolds.
It was between Johnson and Cleary. And Cleary, I think, has got the a bit safer, maybe. I don't know. Johnson, a new club. He did look good in the trials though. Cleary, not so good. But Penrith, terrible. But I like Cleary. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll wait and see on all of those.
Might have to prove to his dad. He's better. He's priced at 50 points already. So
Brody Croft. Brody Croft train.
That was a disaster last year.
Yeah, I don't think even if you start scoring like a couple of 70s straight off the bat, and people start having a stampede for, would you get on board then?
Cameron Smith's not going to let him. Let's be honest.
Exactly. True.
Who else are you looking at? I wasn't looking at anyone else up there. Johnson, if it was between Johnson and Cleary, I think DC is already at the top. Ponga has to clear of at the moment with the positional change. Is there anyone else? Matt Moylan's half in the mid range. Going back to fullback, I like that a lot. And I think Cronulla are going to have a great year, so I think he may actually outperform his average.
Yeah.
34.
Nah, I just don't like any of
them. Okay, that's it then.
Yeah.
Okay. Centres.
Sorry.
Heaps.
Yeah. Like I was saying before, there's 2 Cronulla guys. But like Brighton Nakora. Lock him in. Kurt Cadwell was a bit of a mid-ranger.
Yeah, 428. But he's
more likely to get a spot.
His spot's a bit more stable. So he's priced around 29.30. In the past, he's done well. So he could probably. I think he may end up being like one of your centres at the end of the year if you hold on to him.
Yeah. Jack Bird.
Yeah.
Well, 289.
He's going to start. He probably should start.
Cheap enough.
He had a better off season.
And he scored right in the past.
Yeah, so he's only priced around 20, just over 20. So
new coach.
He only needs to hit high 20s, 30. So
yeah,
that's easy money.
Some dual positions as well.
Yep.
Zach Lomax,
most owned player.
Everyone's getting on board just because he looks like he's going to start.
230. Yeah, so he's only
looked ordinary and
did look great.
Charity Shield, but I mean he's still on the wing. He'll pick up a couple of tries.
He's only got high 20s. So yeah. Be happy enough to pay that much.
Yep. And Kahu at
dual position.
Cowboys.
Yep.
I mean,
again, it's not high 20s. Just got to get high 20s.
Just got to stay in first grade, not get injured, score points.
I was thinking about if the Cowboys have a better year than we think they might, him and Morgan actually I think will be good buys at the start.
Yeah. I had. Some people have been picking up Tony Staggs.
I don't think he's going to start.
He won't start.
You get the bench utility spot, I think. 280, you don't pay that.
Like it's a handy dual position, but he won't play enough.
I'd only want
and he's the same prices, like just under Jack Bird's price. It's like pick a guy that's going to start and play.
Yep. Actually, he's fairly well owned at like 17% or something. So
who's that?
Just Tony
Staggs. Yeah, I think people got on him early.
Yeah.
Hoping more than anything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those ones where they'll drop pretty quick.
You got that Garrick from Manly with Dylan Walker. You don't want Manly outside backs. So
no, that's
other than Turbo.
That's like, was it last year, even the year before? They've had wingers and outside backs that just come on and do nothing.
He is 212. I don't know how long Walker. I think his court date's like May. So
yeah, but is he even?
He's in line. I'm not 100%. We'll obviously wait for team lists. Because 212. So
I don't know who else is sort of around there.
Man,
Albert Hopewadi, is he even?
I've heard for wing? Yeah, I heard they're gonna because he's fairly young.
Yeah, that's why he's not going to get a start either. Yeah, it's just whether they got anyone else that's decides to get a run.
What we really need is
Lewis Brown.
No, at the Sharks we need Dugan to get injured. So
Cherry. I think I actually put that down for someone. Oh yeah, for Bronson Cherry, I actually wrote that. He'll be good if he gets a start.
Yeah.
Wait for Dugan to get injured. So not round one,
but it'll be soon.
Dugan will pick up some injuries and he'll get some games. So
because he was one of the standouts in the trials, all the trials. So
Yeah.
What else we got there? Just don't worry about spending the money on the top guns like the Latrell Mitchell, 670. No. Don't spend the money there, mate.
You don't need it.
There's a couple of cheapies there. Spend the money on.
This is where you save your cash for fixing up the rest of your team.
Yep.
And same with wing fullback, to an extent.
There's I don't know. I seem to always like to run with one gun.
At least, yeah. You want Teddy.
And Teddy's the gun, yeah.
Teddy's the gun.
If anything, he should be able to improve on. That was his settler year at the new club. I think he'll only get better this year.
I think it'll be about the same. I'll get carried away.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to justify.
But yeah, so obviously he's the one to pick up, and then to go along with him, genuine rookies. I'm going to play Kahu. I think I might play Kahu. Yeah, depending on where you've got, you might have someone like Kahu in your fullback as well, but
I don't know if I want to start Lomax, so I'm not expecting a whole lot. I might put a little bit more money. I don't know what are your thoughts on Meany, 362.
No, I'm not really into Meany.
I don't hate Meany. I just hate Bulldogs.
Bulldogs, yeah, that's a big problem. And the other thing too is his job security isn't guaranteed.
Yeah, well, he might. He might get back there, so we don't know.
And even if he gets to start in round 1. Depending on their performances.
Well, they've got JMK.
May change after a round or 2 anyway.
Played fullback.
Then stuck it in.
You never know. Who's their centre?
Carrot on.
Well, no, he's locked into a bench hooker spot, so... you don't know what's going on with Dean Pay and what his team choices are, so... I don't hate Manny, though. He's 360, maybe. I don't know.
Charles Nickel-Cox there.
Yeah, that's the other one, for Canberra. Looks like he's going to get a spot there. How expensive is he? I didn't write that down. It's 300 or something.
379.
Yeah,
bit more than you want, but
I don't rate Canberra this year either, to be honest. I think they might be battling it out.
I don't rate Canberra. It's going to depend on if what's his face is move
5'8".
to 5'8" works. I can't remember his name.
Yeah. Yep. He likes to bash people outside.
Likes to. No, allegedly. I don't know. Was it?
I don't know.
Did he plead guilty? Yeah, probably did. I don't know.
He did.
Well, that's not to get into all that, but whether he takes in the halves or if they switch him back or whatever. Yeah. Plus, they've got Rapana to come back after 4 weeks, they're saying. So it'll probably be even 5 or 6.
I'd get rid of the old field or Abby or whatever, whoever's replacing their rubbish.
Yeah, but if they decide to try him at fullback as well.
That's true,
Because he's obviously wants to play there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so chance for the first few and see how he goes.
First coach sacked, Ricky Stewart.
No, Ricky Stewart's got
I think he did. They love him.
Something there.
I don't know what's going on there.
Unless there's not too much happening off the field.
Oh yeah, okay.
This year for Canberra.
No sex tapes coming out of there yet. Which is surprising in the nation's capital where they usually come from. Anyway, it's legal there.
Let's get away from this very quickly.
Anything else in Hughes? Now the Drinkwater's out. I don't know. He's priced 500, so that's
he's one of the mid-range guys that. There's no reason why he shouldn't be good.
He shouldn't. Yeah, he should be okay. 30. He's got to get 40 to 45.
But then again, Slater wasn't a huge fantasy scorer either.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It might be a bit of a risk.
Yeah.
Probably play a little less for someone else.
And again, there's other cheapies too that I'd probably steer clear of.
Corey Allen's in 25% of teams.
He's not going to play. Braden Burns is going to be the winger. GI comes back in. So if GI's out, he might get a run. But once GI's back in the squad, Braden Burns will go to wing. To start with at least. And
it's a shame because he was good.
Yeah, but
he did
his job.
All the South swingers usually get a few tries. So.
Yeah. It's a good finisher, but I think if you've got him in, you're hopeful. He'll get a run during the season at some point, the way that injuries and teams all work out. But you just have to wait for that.
Anyone else? Gutho?
Nah. I'm not really enthused by most people.
No, me neither. Couple of cheapies and Teddy. I'll do.
Yeah, it looks like the way. I don't know how I'm going to turn this into a squad though.
Yeah, yours is in no order at all.
No, I started writing names. I started doing it in popularity and.
So you want to get like 4 or 5 guns maybe. Pick obviously hooker, front row.
We want to get as many as you can, but obviously for every gun, you got to make.
Well, I think there's enough cows. I think there's enough cows. So, and it's just picking those the right mid-range value.
Cows are going to be playing, because if they're not playing, they're not making money, and they're just burning a hole in your squad. Yeah,
that's right. That's the key to winning and having trades at the end of the year. Anything else we want to talk about today?
No, the last thing I was going to say really was just if you look back at last year and previous years, the best guns aren't necessarily available even in the picture pre-season. Like someone like Reece Martin last year.
Exactly right.
No one was even looking at him because he was in reserve grade. Now he's back in reserve grade. But
I think he's still in like a fair bit of teams.
So don't be too stressed if week 1.
No, because we had
rookies aren't
teams last
going too well.
Yeah.
Guys will pop up.
Yeah.
You just got to make sure you keep your eye out and get on them when they do.
Yeah, well, if you're playing overall, you probably won't have a good start. You won't have a good start. But
I'm playing overall, so I just need to beat you.
And speaking of which, the second Viewers League comp was open now. The first one's filled up already, which I'm pretty happy with, pretty surprised with. So the second one's open. We'll leave the code in the description.
Yep.
And we'll try and fill that one up as well, and that'd be great for you guys to play along. Still a few of the guys from last year haven't heard from yet, so I might say put a shout out to them and see if they want to play again. There's a lot of new guys that filled up the first league, so thank you, and look forward to the season ahead. It'll be really good. And
you better stick with your team all year. If you're one of those players who pulls out after a few weeks,
especially if I've already played you.
Yeah.
It's alright if I play at the end. But
anyway, yeah.
So that's about next week.
Next week will be round 1, so we'll be probably looking at the team list, or not going too much, just basically saying you should get in. Pretty simple stuff.
Look at our teams, and that's about it, really.
Yep.
Alrighty, cool.
See you next time.